in New York City, and today we weigh them in. It all goes down tomorrow, Saturday, December 10th. We begin at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus, and then immediately following the Heisman presentation on the network ESPN, that's where you'll find us. Brought to you by Boost Mobile. Money is powered by Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations, by AutoZone, Get in the Zone, and by Caesar Sportsbook. A huge junior welterweight showdown. Teofimo Lopez, Sandor Martin, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. There's nothing better, so let's get them weighed in. Our first bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Please welcome from Holbrook, Mass., Mike Badman Ohan Jr. and his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, Tiger Johnson. First on the scale from Holbrook, Mass., Mike Badman Ohan Jr. 141.6 for Ohan Jr. And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, Tiger Johnson. One forty-one on the nose for Tiger Johnson. Again, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. From Holbrook, Mass., Mike Badman Ohan Jr. From Cleveland, Ohio, Tiger Johnson. 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Mike Badman Ohan Jr., Tiger Johnson, 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. Our next bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the welterweight division. From Deer Park, New York, Jahi Tucker. And from Rancho Cucamonga, California, Ivan Cobra Pandzic. First on the scale, Jahi Tucker. 151.2 for Jahi Tucker, 151.2. And his opponent, repping Ontario, California, Ivan Cobra Pandzic. 145.8 for Ivan Cobra Pandzic. This bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the welterweight division. From Deer Park, New York, Jahi Tucker. From Rancho Cucamonga, California, Ivan Cobra Pandzic. 8 rounds in the welterweight division. Tucker, Pandzic. Thank you, guys. Our next bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. Please welcome from San Sebastian, Puerto Rico, Emilio Salas, and his opponent from Bydgoszcz, Poland, Damien, Polish Husser Kniba. First on the scale, Emilio Salas. $217 for Emilio Salas and his opponent from Bydgoszcz, Poland, Damien, Polish Husser Kniba. $245.8 for the Polish Husser Kniba. This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. From San Sebastian, Puerto Rico, Emilio Salas. From Bydgoszcz, Poland, Damien, Polish Husser Kniba. 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. Those are some big balls. Face off. Thank you, guys. All right, good luck, guys. Our next bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Please welcome from Paris, France, representing Brooklyn, New York, Frederick, the French Revolution, Julong, and from Moat, Ireland, Mighty Joe Ward. First on the scale, Frederick, French Revolution, Julong. $175.8 for the French Revolution. His opponent from Moat, Ireland, Mighty Joe Ward. $174.4 for Mighty Joe Ward. This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the light heavyweight division. From Paris, France, representing Brooklyn, New York, Frederick, French Revolution, Toulon. From Moat, Ireland, Mighty Joe Ward. 8 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Mikey, you got it? Our next bout is scheduled for 8 rounds. for the WBO Intercontinental and USNBC lightweight titles from Tijuana, Mexico, Juan Carlos Mini Burgos, and from Norfolk, Virginia, the businessman Keyshawn Davis. First on the scale, Juan Carlos Mini Burgos. 134 for Juan Carlos Mini Burgos. His opponent from Norfolk, Virginia, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis. $134.8 for the businessman, Keyshawn Davis.
I'm just going to cross
This bout scheduled for 8 rounds for the WBO Intercontinental and USNBC lightweight titles. 8 rounds from Tijuana, Mexico, Juan Carlos Mini Burgos. From Norfolk, Virginia, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis. 8 rounds in the lightweight division.
Face off, cara a cara.
Our next bout scheduled for 8 rounds for the NABO and NABF junior middleweight titles from Guadalajara, Mexico, Alexis Salazar, and from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas. First on the scale, Alexis Salazar. $153.8 for Alexis Salazar and his opponent from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas. $153 on the nose for Xander Zayas. This bout scheduled for 8 rounds for the NABO and NABF junior middleweight titles from Guadalajara, Mexico, Alexis Salazar. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, Xander Zayas. 8 rounds for the NABO and NABF junior middleweight titles. Our co-feature of the evening, scheduled for 10 rounds for the WBO Intercontinental and Silver USNBC heavyweight titles. Please welcome from Newport News, Virginia, Jerry Slugger Forrest. And from Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. First on the scale, Jerry Slugger Forrest. .228.2, 228.2 for Jerry Slugger Forrest. And his opponent from Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. .239 for Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds. For the WBO Intercontinental and Silver USNBC heavyweight titles, from Newport News, Virginia, Jerry Slugger Forrest. From Toledo, Ohio, Jared, the real Big Baby Anderson. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to weigh in our main event. It all goes down tomorrow, Saturday, December 10th, from right here inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the WBO International NABF Junior Welterweight, and this is a WBC Final Eliminator. Please welcome from Barcelona, Spain, Sandor Martin, and his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. First on the scale, Sandor Martin. 139.8. 139.8 for Sandor Martin. And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. One 139.2. 139.2 for the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Right, baby. Golden ticket, I get it. Go. Nice. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event. Saturday, December 10th. We begin at 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus, and then immediately following the Heisman presentation, we'll be on the network ESPN. This is our main event, 10 rounds for the WBO International and NABF Junior Welterweight titles. This is also a WBC final eliminator. From Barcelona, Spain, Sandor Martin. From Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. 10 rounds.
Cara, cara.
This is our main event from Barcelona, Spain, Sandor Martin. From Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Happy birthday to the one and only Ciara behind the scenes who does so much for us here at Top Rank. Happy birthday, Ciara. And to everybody tuning in, we'll see you tomorrow night from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. We'll see you tomorrow.